just won't recognize. Really pointed up the canyon road to where the gravestones lay. The words were hard coming out of his mouth, but he knew what he's trying to say. Charlie said he'd heard about that circuit preacher going round, healing the sick, raising the dead from their grave plots underneath the ground. Willie said, "Hey Charlie, did you hear Lazarus went down? That circuit preacher, he's going up by his graveside, and he's drawing quite a crowd." Charlie took off up the canyon road. His little heart was beating fast, and Willie followed right behind, saying, "I don't want to be last." Then Charlie looked up, kind of skeptical, to see the glory of the Word. He was moved more than he could say, because he knew he'd seen the Lord. The Son of Man lifted his eyes, and he looked right through the sky. He called out, "Lazarus, come forth, and know that God is alive, and know that God is alive." That's the short version of the longer gospel that we read earlier. But, it's an interesting story. We're kind of privileged today with the lessons that we have, because they're rather uplifting and they rather give us a great vision. We don't spend too much time on a weekly basis, at least among the Lutherans among us, thinking about heaven and what's to come and all that kind of thing. But today we have a nice excuse. It's All Saints Sunday. We think about those who have gone before us, and we think about ourselves, and because of the lessons we hear today, we think about the future that we have. For those of you that may be Harry Potter fans, I came to mind one of the last scenes in the whole book and movie thing where Harry has supposedly been killed. And he's in a scene where he meets up with his favorite professor, who already has been killed. And the two of them are having a conversation, and eventually Harry says, "I have to go back, don't I?" And Professor Dumbledore goes, "Whoa, that's up to you. Harry, I have a choice." "Oh, yes." He says, "You say we're in King's Cross Station here. Well, I think if you wanted to, you could board a train." And Harry says, "Where would it go?" Dumbledore goes, "On." On. And of course, in a children's fantasy book, that's the most we get. On. What does on look like? A lot of different people could look like a lot of different things. We have some very neat visions of what on looks like today. Isaiah's passage is one of my favorites. It's known amongst these biblical scholars and readers of it as the text of the Messianic banquet, of the feast that will come when the Messiah comes, when God brings salvation. And if you can see, it's really a wonderful thing. Number one, God's the host. God sets out all these tables, picnic tables, and God invites, it says, all peoples to this banquet. And it's the best that could possibly have. The best meats, the best wine. And I picked up some brisket at Dickie's Barbecue a couple of weeks ago, and the guy said, "You want me to trim off the fat?" I said, "Heavens no! That's where all the flavor is. Come on." Yeah. The fat with all the marrow is going to be there. The best wine, filtered wine is going to be there. The best foods. And everybody will look up and say, "This is the day we waited for. This is our salvation. This is our God who's come to save us." Is that what goes through your mind when you come to the table on a Sunday morning? Because even our liturgy calls that a foretaste of the feast to come. Well, this is the picture of the feast, folks. Of God setting out the best that we possibly have. And everyone celebrating. Maybe gives you a little bit something to think about the next time, like this morning, when you come forward. And try to do it with a mournful face. Celebration. And then there's that image from the book of Revelation. Of course, the book of Revelation is full of these images. Done so especially to raise up the hopes of people that are in persecution and who are struggling, trying to remain and show forth their Christian faith in a world that doesn't want to hear from them. And in this one particular image, we hear this. And this is kind of at the end. This is tying all the knots together. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, and a new Jerusalem coming down from God. Wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to go up. A new Jerusalem coming down. Salvation happens to be in a city, and it's going to come down, and God will come to dwell with God's people. What a fantastic image. God will come to dwell with God's people. Of course, that book of Revelation is full of things. When you sing in your liturgy, power and wisdom and might and love, and you're singing the same song that the multitude around the throne is singing in those images. Powerful images of what on looks like for us. Very different image in the gospel, but a very striking one. And again, I love to share that, I learned new things. And one of the commentators I was reading, getting ready for today, hit me with something and said, "I've just never thought about this before." And there's a lot of scholarly wonder about why does Jesus delay? He kind of gives the reason. Well, I'm kind of dragging my heels because if I just went and healed Lazarus, it would be one thing. But if we go in there when Lazarus is dead, God can really do something and really show forth the glory of the Son. Nonetheless, he delays. And he delays not one day, not 2 days, not even 3 days. But by the time he gets there, this is the little point. It's the 4th day. Now, even readers of this gospel on the other side of the resurrection will say, what's that all about? Because Jesus himself was dead 1 day, 2 days, and on the 3rd day. On the 3rd day is when the miracle occurs. So what does the 4th day mean? Apparently it means there's no hope. The opportunity has been missed. There's no chance for Lazarus. It's the 4th day. And maybe that's what a lot of John's readers felt. That it was the 4th day. Maybe that's how some of you feel on any given day. Or maybe what life has handed you this week. Maybe what the world has handed us this week. You feel like it's the 4th day. We've missed our opportunity. And Jesus says, nope. Watch God wait in here. Watch God arrive at just the proper time to do what God does. And life into what we thought was a hopeless situation. No doubt Lazarus is going to die again someday. And will join us all in the resurrection at the last day. And even that, notice, this is an interesting thing because even in Jesus' time, there was debate among the Jews. Is there such a thing as a resurrection of the dead? Or do you just go down? Do you remember that one song that says, what good would it do you, God, if I just die and go down to the pit? What good is that? I need to be alive so I can proclaim your name. But there are already some, even among the Jews, who believe that there's going to be this resurrection on the last day, and that's what Jesus comes in a firm resurrection. But even more, if we've been reading John's Gospel all along, especially starting in John 3:16 and 17 and 18, we know this whole idea that God so loved the world that Jesus came not to judge the world, not to condemn the world, but that the world, everybody, the world might be saved. And then remember it adds, and those who believe are already experiencing salvation. They're already being saved. Eternal life is already pouring into our existence right now and giving us what the world cannot. And those who don't accept that and believe that are already condemned. They condemn themselves because they're not grasping on to what can really be offered to them. So one of the wonderful things we can celebrate today on All Saints Sunday is this wonderful picture that we have an awe. And we kind of know what that looks like. It looks like the presence with all the saints who have gone before us. And by the way, that word saint, just think about that for a minute. It takes its roots all the way back to the words that were used for the holy vessels in the temple of Israel. They were set apart. You didn't use them for anything else. You didn't go into the temple and say, well, we can just use these for our party. Those cups and the other implements that were there were used only for temple worship. They were set apart. And that's how that word started to develop. So by the time you get to talking about people who are saints, they are people who are set apart. That God has set apart the saints for something special. To be a light to the world. To be a voice of love to the world. A voice of justice to the world. And notice that even the Israelites, the Jews, are God's chosen people to be a light to the nations. It means, among other things, that the Jews were among the saints. That's a tough one because that word has kind of been dragged through God a lot to the point where it became that saints are people who do good things and earn their way to heaven. And the more good things you do, the better your chances are of getting to heaven. Remember, let's go back 1 week to Reformation Sunday. This is what it was all about. That the saints had done so many good things that they had extra stuff left over. They only needed so much to get into heaven. And you, horrible sinner that you are, could purchase some of that extra stuff to help get yourself into heaven. And Luther said, I don't find that in the scriptures. It's God doing the setting apart. God who calls us apart from the world to be a light to the world. That's our saintly mission. We are baptized, we are ordained into this mission that God calls us to. Then, of course, there's that other piece of All Saints Sunday, where we celebrate all the saints who have gone before us. So even on a weekly basis in our prayers, we usually mention a couple of the saints. Because there's the big hitters, okay? There's the Babe Ruth that we kind of know of in the saintly world. Those who have made a mark that somehow showed a wonderful direction that we could all model. That was an example to us. I mean, that's exactly why, at least in the Lutheran Church, we still remember the saints. Because they can be examples to us. What they did in their time can inspire us to do God's work in our time. And here's the neatest thing of all. on All Saints Sunday, we remember not only those who have gone before us, not only the ones that are sitting in St. Paul's pews right now, but we remember that we're also connected with saints who haven't even gotten here yet. The ones who are yet to come. They also are in the communion of saints, and will join us by and by. And so here, now, in this place, on this planet, we celebrate being part of the communion of saints. You and I are included in this vast array of people, some of whom are already around the throne, praising God forever and ever and ever. Some of us still trying to praise God in this life, in all of our struggles. Robert Louis Stevenson once said, saints are sinners who keep on going. Saints are sinners who keep on going. Those who have gone before, those who are here now singing God's praise, and even those who are yet to come that we can only dream of, are going to be part of all this. Yes, this also celebrates the idea that someday there will be an end and a beginning. The old earth, the old heavens will fade away, the new heaven, the new earth, whatever it's going to be like, whatever we're going to look like, whatever God's going to look like, we're going to be there. Because God has promised that to us. Because God is so good that God includes not only those who have gone before but us, but the ones who are yet to come. So today, we also understand this thing. Scott read it well. Jesus even weeps. Jesus understands that death can break our souls for a while, can break us apart for a while. And so, it's okay. When we feel broken, when we look at a loss and don't know where to go next, we know that Jesus even has experienced that. We will read names today. Some of them have been gone for a while, some of them have only been gone a couple of weeks, a month or two. Some pain may still be there. And yet All Saints Sunday is exactly the time to do this because it also reminds us of where they are now. And how we will someday join them in that. That's a powerful thing of good news. It's not escapism. We still know we have to work day by day in this world, trying to be the people that God wants us to be, just like those saints before us. We're trying to be the people God wanted them to be. That's our job. That's our calling. That's also our blessing. And that's why we can thank God for all the saints.